Hey everybody!
Hello.
Guys.
This is MaJeliv. We're the Vasquez family. I'm Matthew.
I'm Jenny.
I'm Jimmy.
I'm Jose.
And I'm Joshua.
And today we are going to be reacting to the official trailer of TRON ARES. This trailer is 1 minute and 33 seconds long. We have been waiting for this trailer for a long time. We know this movie's been in the development period for a long time. Obviously they've been filming it and it's coming this year. So we are very excited.
Yeah.
I know, Mom, you're not the biggest fan of TRON, which is totally okay.
Which is funny because if you're probably watching this video, you're probably a fan of Tron, but
Yeah.
no.
Yeah,
Not really. I
but-
don't love it.
But Tron for me growing up, and then eventually, Josh and Gemma
She
with
liked
the
the
visa.
ride.
The ride was fun.
The ride is a
The
lot
ride
of
was
fun,
fun.
yes.
Yeah.
But this movie for me, growing up, the music, just all of it,
music,
the
oh
aesthetic,
my
the concept was a huge defining part of, even some of the kind of music that I liked growing up. So it was a great movie. As a concept, it was ambitious. It was, bold and took things to the next level. And even on a CGI element, they
It was very
brought in that
impressive.
whole concept of de-aging somebody. Even though Jeff Bridges looked a little bit more like Bill Maher, they kind of had to take that step for that whole concept to even be considered. So anyway, yes, Tron Legacy means a lot to us. We're excited and curious to see where they go with this. They haven't announced. The only cast they've really is Jeff Bridges that we know from the old movies. Everybody else is new. There's a new chapter to the Tron franchise. So we're very interested to see what that entails. Let's jump in and we'll share more of our thoughts after. Here we go.
Whoa.
Nice.
The grid.
12, acknowledging dispatch. Already in pursuit.
I did.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh!
Whoa.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
I'm looking for something.
Hmm.
No.
Something I do not understand.
Oh,
What?
snap, dude.
Dude, that's a
God.
nightmare. Like, that's actually very scary.
Oh wow, she's in this.
No way, the recognizer. Oh my gosh.
Dude.
Oh!
Dude.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh, dude!
Ready?
You're Jeff Bridges?
Because there's no going back.
My goodness. Oh my gosh.
Wow, man.
That looks crazy.
October 10th.
That was a
What?
tease.
That's how a trailer should be. I mean, they don't give us too much.
Yeah.
And yet they give us the premise of the movie.
Yeah, it's not an official trailer, but it feels like a teaser trailer,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Yeah. No, it's interesting because it's Jeff Bridges. So, is it Flynn or is it Clue? Right? It's
Because
it's
he's
interesting.
played multiple characters.
Oh, he is?
Is Jared Leto's character gonna be good? Is it gonna be bad?
I would
Guess he's bad.
no, I would guess he might be good. It's interesting that they put Jeff Bridges' voice with the generation of his
Yeah.
like not generation but yeah, the what's the word?
Activation?
Creation,
The
activation.
creation,
Regeneration?
the rebooting, maybe
Oh, rebooting.
It's a computer term. I can't think of it right.
Programming?
The
No.
Programming.
Reboot.
Genesis. Wow, you're waking up. I'm still waking up. Yeah, well, the whole moment of it being regenerated, maybe that whatever, created. We'll go with that. The fact that the voice of Jeff Bridges' character, his name is what's his name again in the movies? I forget.
Kevin Flynn.
Flynn. Yes. That there's it gave me just an instinctual reaction of this guy's not all bad. He's a program that might be the solution to the invasion that is clearly starting.
Yeah, maybe exactly. Yeah, you're right. Maybe there's a. What is he looking for, right?
And
Is
how
there-
did the invasion happen?
That is the big question.
Because I'm like, okay, how does that come to be? Like, anyway.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
quite the. And we've had this conversation before. I think even before Tron Ares was announced. Like, what if Tron came to the real world? And I know Tron is a character in the film. But like the grid, if it came to the real world, what kind of chaos would that look like? How would it even come out? So there's a lot of big. I'm probably doing this backwards because it's a camera, but a lot of questions, a lot of question marks on how things will unfold, how things will happen. Now this has been a franchise with the first and second movie that does explain things pretty well, so hopefully that continues, especially with such a high concept as this one, where the grid is coming out of the system. The whole point of the grid was to to personify the inner workings of a computer, and I think the second movie was very much about like
It was more of a father-son story.
It was more of a father-son
ultimately.
story. Yeah, it wasn't really about the specifics of a computer. So I'm just curious what different level this will rise to, if any.
And it was big in terms of Tron Legacy of building a new concept and elevating what Tron could be, what the grid could be. And
Well, with Tron, when the first movie came out, it seemed like a movie ahead of its time, like the concept. And yet they were still able to make it work. So then, years later, making a movie where they were really able to use the visual effects a lot more.
Yeah.
And then now you have today, and it's really great to see how it's all developed over time. But obviously, even though it's visually appealing, I'm curious about the story itself and I think all the questions we have, which I guess is what a trailer is supposed to spark. It's not supposed to give away the whole movie either, because then it spoils the experience. So
It's the first contact we get, so it's the first like big move on marketing, and I'm curious that it's being marketed right now. It feels like a suspense thriller. It feels very the world being invaded by. It felt a little bit like Independence Day.
I was thinking the same
A
thing.
little bit like a Godzilla.
I was
Which is
thinking of
super
Godzilla
cool.
too.
That is super cool.
So that could really work as long as we go into the story, and if the story is this essentially this AI entity that wants to take over the human species because it's weaker. I mean, something along those lines. The created comes after the creator. That could be interesting, but we have to have characters we care about. And I mean, I saw some faces that look pretty cool to see on the screen, but we don't really have any reason to cheer for
There's
them.
no emotional connection right now to
no.
any of the characters.
Right.
What I do see is, as the other ones were as well, it is very epic in action and like seeing those bikes and the highway scenes and seeing like all those special effects. Like it's really cool, like
And the
fun
scale,
to watch. Is it gonna be impactful and more like a deeper story? Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. I
But
mean,
it does look epic in its own, action.
I do think
Action-packed
the
way.
music, I think, is a big tell as well. I mean, Daft Punk went all out for Tron Legacy and definitely redefined what the music for something like this could be, and what 9 Inch Nails, they're the ones doing the music behind this. They've done some music for like The Bear and Soul as well. Like they've composed other things that are a very ethereal and like spacey and sounds. So I'm curious, the fact that they're using the kind of sounds that they are does nod to that sense of uneasiness of this breaking into a world that sounds a lot like Derezzed or these really high stake moments in Tron Legacy. So I'm curious, but ultimately, like you said, guys, it's that what's the story, what's the character? I mean, with Tron Legacy, regardless of what your opinion is, there was that the father and son story, and then in the first Tron, it was the friendship right between the guys in the game. So in this, what's that going to be? Very very interested and curious about all of that. So
did we get a date?
time will tell.
Yes,
Yes,
October
10th.
10.
So later this year, there's a lot of great movies coming out this year in terms of scale and all of that. So I'm very, very curious. I'm glad to see that it looks like the CGI also was stayed up to par.
It's back to that level. That's amazing.
So we will tell, and I'm sure it'll regardless start a lot of conversation.
Yeah.
Especially with the world that we're living in right now. So anyway, man, it's very, very exciting stuff. And I will say the last thing I remember is Clue, I believe, the second Clue, not one from the first, but from the second, was planning on going out
Goodness.
into the real world.
Goodness.
So, is that a continuation of what he always set out to do? And Jeff Bridges is having, Kevin's having to stop. I mean, who knows? But anyway,
That's very possible. Yeah.
yeah, and Ares being, the god of war, right? The Greek god of war and all that. So,
right.
so is there some, what's the reasoning for choosing a name like that? So, anyway, guys, we'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Let us know what you thought of this trailer, what Tron means to you, if you like Tron, if you don't. But we have a feeling that if you're watching this, you like
Probably
Tron
do.
to some extent. So
Yeah.
let us know. Let us know if you've been on the ride at Disney, whether it's in Shanghai or Disney World. That ride is pretty awesome if you're a Tron fan. So
Yeah.
again, we always love to hear what you have to say, or perhaps details about this movie that we don't know about that are good to know. Good insights about the creatives behind it. So yes, definitely meet you guys in the comments. And besides that, you guys go out there, spread your light, and have a MaJeliv day. We'll see you in the next MaJeliv video.
Bye.
Bye.